These are the best lengthy players in each position that I've come across so far. Let's go. So we're going to start in right back. We're going to do like a high tier, a mid tier, and then a budget tier for each position. We're not going to be using icons because that's just cheating. So for the first one, in right back, the best lengthy right back you can get, in my opinion, is Kyle Walker. He does need, I think, I think he may be lengthy on his own. He is. Look at that agility, strength deficit. So you can just put like an anchor on him. I think that gets him all the way to being lengthy, and then he's probably the best right back in the game. Your mid-tier right back is another Englishman, Reese James. He's a right wing back this year, isn't he? 84 rated. Costs about 20,000 coins at the moment. But look at the strength and agility deficit. He can become lengthy with an anchor chemistry star, which is crazy. So that 81 pace is definitely not going to feel like 81. It's going to feel like the way Ronaldo feels when you put an architect on him. Makes no sense, but it works. And finally, in the right back position, a budget tier one, not in the Premier League, but in the Serie A, is none other than, if he pops up, I think he may be another right wing back. Yeah, there he is. Denzel Dumfries. He is your budget tier. He's going to cost you about 2,000 coins. This mad strength. And I've played him a few times and he is cracked. He literally removes everyone off the ball. Great defensive stats for a fullback. And honestly, I don't think you'd go too far wrong in using this guy. So that's moving away from the right backs. Centre backs, you have a lot more options in terms of your lengthy players, because this is what the mechanic was designed for, is for centre backs. So the high tier, I'm going to say the best high tier for centre backs that I've come across is either, let's get away from the Serie A, either Rudiger, this man, or I think it may be another Serie A man. Where's Serie A? There it is. Tomori. It is Tomori. So you can make Tomori lengthy, and obviously with that pace, he is actually crazy. So these are two higher tier, so it's like 100k, and obviously this is the one to watch, which is a lot more expensive, but his gold card is about 140k at the moment, which is not cheap. Middle tier, I've gone with two Frenchmen. First one is Raphael Varan. The second one is Jules Koundé, which is interesting because I use him myself. And with the anchor chemistry style, he is lengthy. Got really good agility for a centre back. So when you put that anchor on him and he's got full chemistry, he gets the lengthy accelerate type, which is mental. And then Raphael Varan starts off lengthy anyways. You can put a shadow on him and he's amazing. And they're your two mid tiers. They're going to cost you between 50 and 70k. I think Koundé's a little bit more expensive. And the ultimate budget lengthy centre back is in the La Liga, and is Ronaldo Araujo. He is so good. Picture Varane 2 years ago. His gold card. He feels that good. He got long legs. He's 6'4", 6'4". He's an absolute unit on the pitch. And for 3.4k, unreal card to get your hands on. In the left back position, we are a bit more limited on what we can go for, but it's a high tier option, but he's not that high rated. Ferland Mendy, you do need an architect on him to get him to be lengthy, but it is doable, and you're going to get those long strides with him, then making him even more powerful. And if you're playing that 5-back that everyone is playing, he's going to have extra passing for your crosses and your passes. So an architect actually works out quite well if you use your full-backs to go forward, which is pretty sick. And the best lengthy left back in the game by some stretch is, he's 85 rated, Theo Hernandez. This man is an absolute monster. If you've played him, you understand. Nothing gets away from him. 93 pace, super rapid, super strong. Honestly, the best left back in the game. Some people would say Ferland Mendy, but I'm a Theo Hernandez type of guy, mate. He's unreal. You do need an architect on him, I think, to get him there. Yeah, you need an architect on him to get him there, but he can get there. Similar situation to Ferland Mendy. There's no real other ones of note in that position, not ones that you'd want to sacrifice your left back for anyways. Central midfield, we've got a lot of options, a lot of high tier options. To be honest, some of the favourites, I packed Kante the other day and I thought he was going to be lengthy, but he's got really good agility, which is a shame because it does hinder him a little bit not being lengthy, considering you've got the likes of, obviously, Vieira is going to be lengthy. We're just going to search them because otherwise this will take a while. So the one that all the pros are using, I said I wouldn't use icons, but this man is lengthy on his own without even changing his attributes. So you can put whatever chem style on him that you please, as long as it doesn't boost his agility up too much. But this man is an absolute truck. I've only played him once and he is actually insane. A man that's a bit more on the budget side, that's probably getting overlooked because of his base position, but will be an insane CDM, coming in around 200,000 coins, is this Mascherano card. His alternate position is a CDM, so he's amazing. You got the work rates for it, low, high. And with an Ank chemistry style, he becomes lengthy, which is crazy, you know, because his agility is quite low, because of he's a centre back. So you can actually get this man on lengthy, and I think he's like 5'9", and you're going to get those strides with him, so he qualifies for that, which is amazing. Another midfielder, we're moving more towards the budget side now, under 100k I've come across. Garetska for Bayern. This man is close to being automatically lengthy, but not quite. So you do need to give him something along the lines of an anchor, just to tip him over the edge. But if you're using him as a defensive midfielder, anchor is perfect. Great card. Played against him lots. Not used him myself. Even more of a budget, in my opinion, my favorite CDM so far, Franck Kessié. What an absolute machine. I've done the one to watch card. If you've not done it, highly recommend you getting that done, because it's one of those I think a lot of people are going to regret not doing in a few months' time when he gets. Barcelona will win 3 out of 8, so he's going to go to an 86. He's not going to the World Cup, but he can score. He does score penalties, so he could get a cheeky upgrade. He could be an 87, 88 before the end of, by like the end of the season, so he could be a cracked out card, especially if they do not patch lengthy. Lengthy naturally, so you can put a shadow on him to boost that pace and defend it even further, which is what I've done. Is insane. Another midfielder that can play centre back. A lot of these lengthy midfielders can also play centre back, but he is very nice. Is Emre Can. So you can, I think he may be yeah. So he's already lengthy from the word go. So you can put a shadow on him, or an anchor, or whatever chem style you want, as long as you don't boost that agility, and he will remain lengthy, and he is insane. He does a great job in centre back, great job in midfield, very similar to Franck Kessié, and I think he's around 20k, so he's dead cheap. It's like most people can afford 20k for a midfielder nowadays. Another budget midfielder that is proved to be decent this year for the first time in a long time is Paul Pogba. His agility has been massacred, but his strength is so high, so he's already lengthy before we even start. So you can apply any chemistry style you want to him, as long as you don't, again, not boosting that agility. You can put a hunter on him if you really want to boost that pace. But yeah, he's actually usable this year, and he gets up to speed quite nicely. It's nice to see these slower players actually not getting overlooked for a change. And the final midfielder that I want to look at is Tchouaméni, the new Real Madrid man. He is in a lot of people's teams at the minute, a starter player. Doesn't quite qualify for lengthy straight away. Put an anchor on him straight away into lengthy. You don't need to use architect, which is good. Even if you want, you can use architect if you want. But anchor is going to boost that defending and physical further, which is great. If you do know any other midfielders that I've not mentioned that you like, let me know in the comments down below. But we're moving on now to left mids and left wings, and this is where it starts to get a bit hard. So the best lengthy left winger I've found is Memphis Depay. I couldn't find any. I had a look at Gakpo. Can't quite do it because he got too good at dribbling. But with an architect, you can boost Memphis and he will be lengthy, so you will get those strides. He's currently extinct on the market because I think people are linking him with a Gakpo and they realised that you can make him lengthy. So at the moment, he's extinct at 35k. So bit of a nightmare, but if you put your sniping filter on, you will get one. I can imagine he gets packed quite a bit. And the funniest one of them all, my favourite lengthy player of them all at the moment, Adama Traore, the Wolves man, former Barcelona man. I think you put a marksman on him. Yeah, you put a marksman on this man and he is lengthy, which is crazy. And you definitely feel 96 pace. He is so rapid. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. He's amazing. If you've not used him, bit annoying off the bench because he doesn't get a chemistry boost, but if you start him and do the outside foot Trivela shots, amazing. I love him still. I got an untradeable version and he can play left or right. So that being said, we move on to the right wing, and there are no real right wingers that are lengthy, unfortunately, unless you want to use Adama Traore. There are no real right wingers there, which is a little bit annoying, but you could kind of get, if you really want to do a full lengthy team, you could put Adama on the one side and Depay on the other, and then you've got them both, and that works lovely. There probably are one or two that are lengthy, but not to this level you want to be using in Fut Champs or whatever. So we're moving on to centre forward / striker. And I think you know where I'm going with this straight away. The best lengthy player in the game is Erling Haaland. He's already got an inform. He's already going to be unstoppable. But this is the version we tend to face the most. Lengthy, naturally, super fast, super strong, finishes everything. His dribbling doesn't feel that bad. And he is actually cracked. He went from being a 40k card to an extinct 350k card in the space of 2 weeks. And when you play against him or play with him, you know why. Insane card. And I think he may be, come the end of the game, we'll look back as one of the most broken cards this year. And it's nice to be able to play with these clunkier, bigger strikers this year. Even though I would like the pacier players to still be usable, which they are, but I think people seem to be going more for this big unit striker at the moment, which is fun. You know, I'm loving it so far. But that's not really a budget option. Neither is this next man. The next guy on our list is the one, the only Ronaldo. And he's not lengthy. Wrong Ronaldo. He's not lengthy as a base card. However, I keep on clicking the wrong. Let's type in Cristiano because it'll be a bit easier. There we go. He's not lengthy out the gate. But because he's 77, you can put an architect on him with full chemistry, and he is lengthy and he is rapid. And honestly, up front, one of the most efficient players that I've used this year in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net. Does not miss. If you can get your hands on him, if you get an untradeable version of him, you are one lucky man, because this is a top tier card again this year, even though they killed his pace. If he kept his pace, he would be looking at the most expensive gold card in the game if he was mid to high 80s pace now. Insane card. A card that is now usable that has never been usable in FIFA, that is with the new meta, is Harry Kane. So he is naturally lengthy. You can play him in cam, you can play him in striker, but he doesn't feel like 68 pace, so you can get away with it. He's really nice on the ball. Even though with that 68 agility, he still does a cracking job. Now on to the budget strikers. So we're going to start with the Liverpool man, the new Liverpool man, Nunes. And I think more people are gravitating towards him now that this meta has come through. He isn't naturally lengthy, but if you put a marksman on him, he will be. And he is in a lot of people's teams at the minute, and it's causing a lot of problems with that height and with that power and pace. He is like a budget Haaland in the Premier League. 3-star, exactly like Haaland actually as well, just right-footed. So like a budget Haaland, if you can't afford Haaland, you probably want to try out this guy. And then we've got the Serie A man, who is Osimhen. With a marksman, you can get him to be in lengthy as well, which is great. He's a really good option in the Serie A. Again, very tall. And he's got a better weak foot than Nunez. So he's very good. I've played him a few times. He's very hard to stop. A lot of pace on this man. A couple of honourable mentions. We've got the inform. Where is he? He's Serie A, isn't he? I forget his name. Serie A. Not Raspador. There he is. Shomurodov. He can be made lengthy with the architect chemistry style. And he is very nice. He plays, a lot of people call him the Serie A Haaland, but he plays very well. He's not got the animations like Haaland, but a great card. Discard inform, so you're never going to really lose that many coins on him. But let me know down below who your favourite lengthy cards been so far, and if I've missed anyone that is interesting, let me know down below. Jeez!